everyone, and welcome to the DC Review, Episode 4. In today's episode, I'm going to be reviewing Batman and Robin, issues 10, 11, and 12. And to give you guys a little bit of backstory with my relationship with this series, I was not picking this book up when it initially launched, back about a year ago. Now, there are just so many books on the shelf, I was limited in how many I was going to pick up. So Batman and Robin did not initially make it on my pull list. Well, the graphic novel came out a couple months ago, and I read it. It collected the first 8 issues, or maybe 9 issues. It was called Born to Kill, and it absolutely blew me away. So much so that I added Batman and Robin to my monthly pull list. So this isn't going to be a review of those first 8 or 9 issues. It's going to be looking at what's come after. Now, I will say, if I really recommend that series, that graphic novel, even if you're not planning on picking the series up, at least give the graphic novel a read. So right off the heels of that storyline, we've got issues 10, 11, and 12. Written by Peter Tomasi with art by Patrick Gleason. Now, Peter Tomasi is one of these writers who is just consistently good, and I think I always forget how much I really enjoy his work. He really did a great job with the Green Lantern Corps a few years ago. There was that Black Adam miniseries that was amazing. So it seems like anything that he does it's well done. I feel he's one of the he's not quite a superstar, but he doesn't have that superstar status, but he really, I think, deserves it. And then art by Patrick Gleason, who's a longtime collaborator with Tomasi. Like, again, if you've read the Green Lantern Corps series from a few years ago, amazing work. And he has really stepped up his game with his new Batman and Robin series. So what we're getting here, on the heels of the Born to Kill storyline, issue 10, we have War of the Robins, where Damian is out to prove to Tim Drake, Jason Todd, and Dick Grayson that he is the best Robin that there is. And it's really about him going after each one of those characters, which I think really shows Damian's age, as he's a kid with something to prove. The rest of these guys are like, what are you doing, kid? You don't need to prove yourself. But Damian believes that he has to. And also, going on here is introducing a new villain known as Terminus. And Terminus has put together a team of villains. I guess they're probably not supervillains yet. They're all characters who have been scarred or damaged in some way by Batman. One had a batarang through his head into his temple, so he's kind of has some mental issues. Another one has a boot print that's burned onto his face. Obviously, it's Batman and Robin's boot. And then another one that's kind of a carryover from that first 8 issues is 3 villains who were caught in a fire that Damian caused, and they caused them to fuse together into one hideous creature. And they're led by Terminus. Now, Terminus, as the name implies, is this guy who is terminally ill. But he's come up with some sort of formula that's giving him temporary life and powers. So they introduce that character in issue 10. In issue 11 is kind of where Terminus and his plan kind of comes together here. He, with his small army that he's recruited, he goes around branding innocent people with the bat symbol, trying to pervert the Batman symbol. Obviously, Batman is really ticked off about that, so he ends up going after Terminus. And what I really like is Batman actually gets branded himself right on the chest, if you can see that on the cover. Really cool looking. I love the cover of this issue. This is issue 11. So issue 12 is where Terminus has unleashed hell in Gotham City, and it's during he launches this attack during the early morning because he wants to bring Batman out of the shadows. And he wants to expose Batman for what he is and turn his symbol against him and turn use fear against him, and all the citizens of Gotham are hiding out as his final battle takes place. And Terminus, like any great villain, devises a robot kind of suit, and so he starts raging through Gotham City in this suit. But being Batman, he also has a giant robot suit, so we get a giant robot battle in this issue, and it is really cool. And we also get some great character moments with the Robins and in Nightwing, where they come to Batman and Robin's aid, or Batman and Damian's aid, because Gotham City is their city too, and we see Damian kind of easing up a little bit. So that issue, it wraps up, a short three-issue story, introduces a new villain, pretty cool, great art, and also some great character moments. Not as good as the first run that they did, but still a very, very worthy series, well worth your entertainment dollar. So that's Batman and Robin, issues 10, 11, and 12, and then we're hitting right to the 0 issue where they're going to explore some of Damian's early years, which I can't wait to see. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll see you again next time.